Hello everybody and welcome back to Hoot and Pantai. So today we're in September, it's 9:30 in the morning. Today we've got two grass fields that we need to sort out. And we've got a rice field over here. Now I've already gone and sorted out the wood and the bread and all that. It's all in storage. We've still got to obviously sell it, but it's still in storage. I wonder what this is going to be like. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. This is also going to go into our new grain mill so we can then make this rice cakes. Whatever they are. So I just want to head over to this way. Just one thing I want to do before we get started on the jobs. Let's have a bit of a speed walk across here. So if we come over to where our cows are, I've actually noticed one thing about the cows. Well, for some reason, and I don't know why, they're showing 12 months. But they started producing milk. I got a bit of a shock when I looked at the menu. You see there, look, buffalo milk, 2,875 litres, but they're only 12 months old. I thought it had to be 18 months before we actually see any milk from them. So we've got milk sooner than I thought. Now that's quite good, but we'll let it build up a little bit. I've emptied out all the manure and slurry. Now, one thing, I just want to see, can we get around this way? Maybe, gonna get my feet wet. Let's just see. Yeah, this here. I've got my eyes set on this field, and you're probably thinking, Craigie boy, what for? Well, I'll tell you in just a little bit. Let's go into the menu. It's this one here. So this is where the cows are. As you can see, it's sort of, well, not a field anymore. This one just here, 52,000. It's not a bad price, and we've got nearly 350,000 at the minute. So I'm going to go and buy that before anything happens to it. Because at the minute, it's looking pretty good. It's got nothing's been done to it. It's like it's cultivated. There's no, nothing in it. And it's not fertilized. So I don't know whether the farmer who had it before, I didn't actually see who had it before. Whether if they just haven't bothered with it yet. Don't know. But that's perfect for me, for what I want to do. But like I said, we'll get onto that a little bit later. Now though, I think we'll take the old combine. We're going to get this out again. I know we did some of this in the last episode, but we need to tackle this rice. Now, if I'm right, it's this in the normal header. And obviously, we've seen the size of the header. We've seen how it tackled them wheat fields in the last episode. This shouldn't take too long. It really shouldn't. So if we just get this done, we should be able to... Technically, we could take the combine over... What she's saying that the header's over here. We could take the combine. I don't need to tow this. It was around the wrong way after the last episode, but not too bad. We're going to have to go into the rice just a little bit, but the rice is already in a bit of a bad state, so I don't think driving into it is really going to matter too much. Let's just see, can we hook onto that without actually damaging anything? Oh my word. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, let's fold that up, and then let's open that one. And yeah, I think if we tackle this first, it would get done pretty quick. We could take the combine itself over to the grain mill, like bakery thingy, because it's fairly quick. Is it worth getting a trailer out and putting it in a trailer? I don't think we're going to get much from this. Now, we're going to be a little bit careful of the old water thing there. Can we go over it with the header? Yeah, we can. Watch the signs. We're going to wipe out that sign. So, yeah, that sign's coming with us. It did it before. Let's start up this side. I don't even know if it's worth actually putting the GPS on. I mean, we could do. Why not? We'll go and put the lines on. I don't think it's really worth it, if I'm honest. So, that's all automatic. Show lines. There we go. Yeah, might as well, I suppose. Now, we're going to obviously get no straw off this one, unless one of the mods I've got maybe does give us straw. I don't think it will do. But who knows? No, it's not looking like it. I didn't think it would. So yeah, we get this done. Take it over to the grain mill, get that processing into rice cakes, because they're good money. I don't know when the best time is to sell them, but they are good money. Bread is also good money. Again, we need to look into when the best time. I think... If I remember, I'm sure in the last episode I did actually check that, and it was, I think it's December time, end of the year time, is the best time to sell that. There we go. Maybe made this a little bit tight now with the fence, or the fence for the chickens is like right there. Can we just get some of this on the end or no? Because I think we're going to need every little bit of this that we can. Just a little bit out of the GPS. There we go. Chickens looking like they're doing okay. There's not many in there, but then there are some baby chicks. And you can just sort of see these little, like, dots on the ground. Let's just go through, get this. Are we gonna, yeah, the only problem is with the GPS is it's gonna leave little bits on the edge. I think I might need to just do the edges manually, so we can actually overhang it a little bit. I mean, we're not actually doing too, it's not as bad as I thought. I don't know why, I kind of thought, like when you do canola just never seems to go up in the combine much at all. You seem to do a whole headland and it's like, oh, I've got about 4,000 litres. It seems really low. But we've got 7,000 litres already, so it's a bit better than I thought it was going to be, actually. Right, let's drop down. I do want to go onto GPS to keep it nice and neat, but GPS doesn't quite go far enough over the edge. Right, got to watch the water supply at the end. Wonder how quick it's going to go through in the bakery. It's actually down as, I think, a grain mill it's down as. But it does bread, it does cakes, and it does flour, so it's a bit of everything, really. Ooh, just missed a little bit there. Not too bad. Can we get close enough to be able to do that without damaging anything? Oh, God, no. Already catching the header. Oh, there we go. Can we get it now? Come on, you can get it. Last little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Right, let's just do this bit across here. There we go. That's not bad. Look at that. 13,238. It's definitely not as good as, obviously, the other ice, like the planted, you know, where we have to flood the field first and then plant it when it's already flooded. It's not as good as that, but then it does say in the help menu that don't expect it to be as good as that. So let me just go through, we'll just finish these last couple of little strips off on this. Then, yeah, I think we'll probably just take it straight over in the combine. It'd be a bit quicker. So we could have some fun trying to get this in here now. Let's see if we can put the pipe out. That's quite a big pipe. I might have to move the telehandler because we've got to try and get it into that little area there. It might be okay, actually. We'll see. Will it go in? Come on. Come on. No, doesn't want to go, does it? I have got this right. We can definitely put rice in here because this is where we did the rice cakes. It's the whole reason for getting this one. Okay, we'll move around this way. We should be able to go this way without moving the telehandler. Ah, there we go. It did start to go then. There we go. No. Don't move. Yeah, maybe the trailer would have been a little bit easier. I forget how big that pipe is until you stretch it out and then it's, yeah, you realise. Right, let's just go shut that up, turn that off. Let's go over and activate this then. We should be able to get... Oh, we've got one more bread. Look at this. So much bread. Yeah, it's not much, is it really? Only 7% of what it can take in there. So we'll go and activate that. That's going to store them for us. So we should be having some rice cakes. Should be moving soon. It's not the quickest kind of process, but yeah, it will stack up here. We'll put them into storage. We have got plenty of stuff in here. Look at this. Let's just... Oh, that was a bit fast. Look at this. Load of kimchi. Load of bread. What are them in there? Oh, cement. Yeah, there's a lot of this. We need to have a look and see when's the best time for this. Obviously, the wood seems to be good at whatever time over the temple, but let's just have a look when the bread's best. Yeah, it's going to be December time for the bread. We've got a whole wheat bread. December's the best time for the price on that. Let's just have a quick look up and see about these rice cakes. Rice cakes should be pretty good as well. Where's this rice cakes? There we go. Oh, that's also December as well. And look at that. 10,000 as well. That is a good price. So we should be able to do the rice cakes and bread all in one go. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Well, we'll leave them for now. Yeah, money's not doing too bad. Let's get this back to the farm then because we're technically done with this now. And then we need to go and lease the mower and start doing a bit of mowing. So we're all set up with the mower then. We've leased the mower, got the baler set up. It's all ready to go. Silage additives in, bale twines in. We're going to go and do this. Well, we're going to do both of them. But we're going to use this one, I think, for like silage, the other one for hay. So basically, they're just all going to come out as grass bales, but we're going to wrap this field. And then the other one, we're just going to leave as grass bales, pick them up, and dump them in the dryer. So let's go ahead, turn that on, turn the baler on, and drop it down. Move on to the mower, turn the mower on. It is already set to swath dropping, which is good. Bale size is correct. Let's go and, yeah, we'll drop the mower down now. We've got set up with the GPS. We've got two headlands set, only because up this end here, it's a bit tight because of the chickens. So I'm hoping that this should, if we start this way, it should allow us to go round, and fingers crossed we should be able to like make it a bit easier and not get caught up on the chickens. I'm doing 2 headlands as well. It's a little bit easier in the sense of the lines go across diagonally in this sort of section of the field, but as you can see where everything else they don't. So I always think these corners are a little bit tight, especially when if you've got a baler on as well. But we'll have a go see if we can try and get round him. The baler shouldn't do too bad at picking it up. The baler's a little bit wider than normal. We might just miss a little bit on the edge there, but not to worry. I'm still not sure yet. Obviously, because we're leasing this mower, we can play about with it a little bit. Is this going to be the best way? Is to have this mower with the baler? We are sort of killing 2 birds in 1 stone here by cutting and baling at the same time. But is that going to be the best, or do we just get one of these without the attacher on the back and then just have a worker do it all for us, and we just go back and pick it up after? Oh, we're going a bit over the edge there. You know what, why not? We might as well get a bit of the edge in. Yeah, still not sure what's going to be the best way here. I mean, we could, if we get a worker to do it, like the mowing, we could follow it around and pick up, you know, do the baling after. Obviously now the bales are a little bit bigger. Not quite as big as they were. I don't know, is that going to be any better or not? Oh, I keep forgetting we need to go a bit further on, don't we, with the baler. I just don't know if it's like going to be more hassle because of like doing all these little bits where you're going to go a bit further on. If that's going to be more hassle than if we just had a worker doing the mowing and then we just went round after with the baler. I don't know. Is this actually saving much time? Because you've got multiple things here you've got to line up. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you do this kind of sort of setup? Do you do baler as well? Or do you just sort of let the worker carry on with the mower and then go around and do the baling after? Right, let's try and get some of this done then in a bit of a time lapse, and yeah, we'll get the other one done as well. Should have plenty of bales to go at. So we're on the second field and the first field is done, and yes, don't worry, you were having kind of eyesight's not affecting you. Yes, things have kind of changed a little bit. While I was going through doing the mowing, I don't know, I just kind of kept thinking about mowers and what to do for the best. And I don't know if there is really a right answer or a wrong answer. Everyone's going to have different opinions on what sort of is the best option. That mower that I was using, it's good, but it was very underpowered when trying to pull that baler. That's the only one thing, and you can't turn too tight because it catches on the baler. Workers don't like the whole mower and baler setup, so I'd really struggle to have a worker. I did think about like butterfly mowers. Do I go for them on a tractor, you know, them one on the front and then butterfly one on the back? Which again, could have done. But again, you know, I mean, they're fair. It's over 100 grand if you go for one of them. Which again, is not an issue. But the only problem is sort of sometimes when you turn corners, if you're not careful, you leave a bit of grass because of the gap in the middle. So I didn't know what was best. Also with the butterfly ones, you have to redo your controls because there's a separate, like if you pick it up, you pick the front up first and then the back up second. Like with that other mower, the chrome one, you pick it all up at one go. Now you can do that with butterflies. You can set the there is a control to do that, but you do have to obviously use the keyboard. It's not hooked up on controller, not that I'm aware of anyway. So this thing is, it's a little bit different. It's obviously the mower you can see we're pulling on the back. It's a little bit smaller. This is 7 meters. The big mower is 10, and same with the butterflies would be 10. But this is cheaper. And I have actually gone and bought this. So this is 40,000. Now this allows you to do mulching. It can do wide spreading. You can see it's doing swathing. Also, if you've got any stumps, you can set it onto a stump grinder and drive over them, and it will grind all your stumps out. I just think because it's got multiple different things you can do with it, that's quite good. If ever we want to decide to do hay the normal way and get a tedder and all that, well, we can. We've got options with this. Plus 40,000, and that big chrome end is like 500,000. It's, yeah, there's a bit of a difference there. So I know you're probably thinking, well, this is going to take a lot longer. Yeah, it is. I mean, a worker will work better with this. Although for some reason at the minute I can't seem to get the workers to work correctly. I'm sure back in FS22 you'd be able to just press the worker button and it would just carry on where you've left off, like now. If I try and activate a worker now, they just go off and try and start again. Even if you deactivate the headlands and say, well, start on the up and down, it just seems to want to keep going back to the beginning. So yeah, this is why I'm kind of still doing this myself at the minute. Let's just drop down. But I must admit, trying to think of all, remember all the buttons in the right order gets a bit challenging sometimes as well. So you can see we've got a lot of swaths that we're getting here. Plus it is quite nice to see the swaths. You miss that when obviously you've got the baler attached. Now it won't take long to go through the baler, but also I've seen that the mod for the windrows, I had a look at windrows as well, and the mod where you can put the windrow on the front, so I can windrow and bale. So even though yes we have got a lot of swaths now, the windrow will pick up like maybe 3 or 4 swaths in one go, bring it into one big one. So we'll get through that a lot quicker. This might be a bit slower, but what I was kind of thinking is with this I could put a worker on it, leave a worker to do it, and it shouldn't miss too many bits. It shouldn't get itself in a bit of a pickle because it's pretty simple. There we are on about workers. Who really knows? So yeah, maybe wrong decision, maybe right decision. I don't know. Like I said, we're not going to please everybody. Everybody's going to have their different favourites, what they like. But to me, this just seems quite easier because it's, alright, a little bit smaller, easy to get on with. It doesn't miss bits when you turn corners, and you can swath with it, which I didn't initially think you could. And then it says, yeah, you can swath with it, which is, that's quite good because normally you can't with these things. So yeah, 40,000 as well. Just, it sounded good to me. The other mower is still sat in that other field. It's still on lease, just in case this didn't work out. I didn't want to have to pay a leasing cost again. Now, the leasing cost for that mower is pretty much similar price to what this cost me. So, we managed to buy this one outright. Thing is, we'll see how we get on. I mean, like I said, it's doing alright at the minute. Hasn't taken too long. And being on the tracks as well, you can go a bit quicker. I can actually go quicker if I wanted. I don't know what its limits are, but yeah, I can go a lot quicker. If we put a foot down, you can see when there's 35, 40, it seems to still be cutting. So I'm not really sure what the limits are, but yeah, cutting grass at 40 miles an hour, it doesn't seem like that's really something we should be doing. So I'm going to finish off. We'll get this last little bit done, and then we'll come back when I go get the windrow and the baler, and we'll give that combination a bit of a go. It should be okay. It needs a fair amount of horsepower for the baler and the windrow, but then this thing has got, what was it, 800 and something? So I don't think this tractor will have an issue with that. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Just keep remembering to do it in the right combination. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's nice to see the swaths as well. So we'll finish this off. Come back to you in a second. My word, this is quite a setup. Look at that. The windrow on the front, the baler on the back. That is quite heavy on the front as well. Trying to pick that up from the store without anything on the back. And yeah, It was lifting the back end off the ground. So let's see how this goes. That's 20 meters on the front. We'll activate the baler. We'll drop it down. Then we'll move across to the front one. We'll activate that. Drop that down. Jeez, look at this. Oh, this is a beast. I don't think we need to worry too much GPS on this one, do we? I don't think so. Wow, look at this. Yeah, you literally could get a good sort of 3 swaths in one here. That is mental. Yeah, this is definitely going to sort of save time, and I don't think the baler seems to have any issue with sort of speed as well. How fast you should go, I don't really know. Baler's got a bit of an extra width on it as well, which is good, so you don't miss things when you turn corners. But with this is, I mean, this is nuts. You can get this thing in quite a few different sizes on the front, so if you don't want to go this big, you don't have to. I just thought, you know, well, why not? It's just going to save a bit of time, but again, you're going to have to remember little things like that when you go to the edge. Obviously, you're going to have to watch there. It's going to be a bit tricky because, especially when you've got things that can get in the way like this. Have to see if we can try and, like, back over it. That is the only downside. It may be trying to work out, like I said, the first time we've done this field, I don't know what's going to be the best way to do it. Let's see if we can try and, like, drop that down there. Maybe, actually, let's come back a little bit. We might be able to include that in. As long as I don't get caught on the wall like we just did. There we go. Might be able to drag that back in. And then, yeah, I wonder if we can. I mean, you can. I'm guessing you can use GPS for this, can we? Yeah, it's working out on 20 on there. Yeah, we could do. Jeez, look at that. So it will do 3 swaths. That is awesome. So I don't know, again, is this going to be better doing it this way? I mean, I bought this windrow on the front, I bought the mower, so it's still a lot cheaper than buying that big chrome. So, I think we'll give this a go and see, because we've only got a couple of fields, and it's going to get them done fairly quick. And this baler seems to be keeping up with it okay. Not 100% sure, and we can adjust the size. It's going to cost me a little bit to adjust the size, but we can adjust the size. I can't see where I'm going. Is 20 a little bit too big? Should I have maybe gone to 16? I think it was like 10, 12, 16, and 20. And I just kind of thought, you know what? Let's go with 20 and see how we get on. Right, I think we can go and lift that up and start turning down here. And it seems like if we go into... We're going to miss that a little bit on the end there. I think because we should have done headlands. Let's just see if we can go and try and get this little bit on the end first. And we should be able to jump back onto the GPS. Yeah, this is bonkers. So let's grab this trailer then. Let's go and activate the auto load and we'll go pick all these up. These are going to go straight into the dryer. We're going to turn these into lovely hay. Then we're going to come back and sort out the wrapping for the other bales. Yeah, I quite think... Oh, I can't see anything. I quite think the combination of all these, like the mower, the windrow... Yeah, you know what? It's cheaper. I don't see a problem with it. I think, yeah, we'll stick with that. We returned the big M. That's gone back now. Are we going to get all these on here? I'm not 100% sure. You know, we might do. Gonna have to whittle about a bit. So at least we managed to get all this done. So the grass is done. Weather is showing rain is sort of soon. I don't know exactly when. But at least we managed to get this done now. As soon as it sort of germinates a little bit, when it comes back for its first growth stage, we can hit it with fertilizer because it's only going to be about 50% now. Oh, we're going to be one short. What's the chances of that? Look at that, we can't get that one on. All right, well, we should be able to just sort of go through here, duck under the bridge, take it over to the dryer. And I do believe we should be able to just sort of drive straight through this. I think if we go and We'll stop because it will strap him. That's it. And then we should be able to drive straight through. And then unstrap him again. And it should take him... Yeah, it's taking it straight in. There we go. Okay. So, we have got one more. So, we'll sort that one out at the end. We'll take this and then we'll go wrap some of these. And then these can be left in there to sort of ferment. So, we'll open that up. Now, if I remember right, this was ridiculously quick as well, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, and then we need to set the automatic drop on. There we go. Right, so I'll go around and get these done. And then we can leave these to ferment. And then we've got one more little thing that we need to do in this episode. We'll get to that in just a second. There we go then. All the bales are wrapped. All the grass bales are in here. And even that last one we left. And this has been activated as well. I just did that off camera. And that is already started. Already 1,500 litres of hay. It is a quick dryer, which is good. So yeah, we just got to wait for them to ferment now. So we'll leave them to do their thing. I think we need to go and have a look at... Was it field 11 over there? The new field we bought at the start of this episode? Let's go and have a look at that. We've got something we need to do in that field. So in field 11, I'm thinking of goats. Now the reason for that is because we can get goat milk. And since our water buffalo are now starting to produce milk, soon we're going to need to start looking at saving some money to buy the dairy down by the sawmill. Now that dairy does the buffalo milk and goat milk. So we can bottle. I'm not sure what else I think. Can we make... Is it goat cheese? Let's have a quick look and see. Yeah, so we can make goat cheese. We can do the goat milk bottled. We can also, up here, we can do the buffalo milk bottled or buffalo mozzarella. Definitely going to do the buffalo mozzarella because that is a nice amount. It's like 25,000 per pallet. Goat's cheese, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll probably do that as well. So that's what's going to go here. So let's have a look into that, shall we? So if we go into the categories for sheep and have a look, there's a few little things we can go for. We've got this one here we could go for. We've got these what we could go for, which is pretty plain and simple. They all do goat's milk, which is good. The only thing with this one is it's cheaper and we can customize the fence to fit the whole field, which should be quite good. But the only downside, this one takes water, so you're going to have to put water in. The mod does say the water's automatic, but then if it's automatic, it shouldn't show the water symbol. But it does, and you can see the water troughs there. Now, is it going to fill itself? I'm not sure. That's the only slight little worry with it. If we go for one of these, yes, it's a big shed, and it's a lot more money. You know, this is nearly 100,000 for this. But it's like, is this going to be better because, well, oh, I don't know. We're just basically paying for a big building. You know what? No, I'm going to take the risk with this one. I'm going to see what it does. It does say it will auto water. Maybe you have to just fill it once and then it will sort of stay in there. I don't know. But I think this is going to be better. Even if we have to water them more often, you know, it's not the end of the world, is it really? But let's just see if we can try and sort this one out. It's a bit tricky on controller to try and fine-tune these. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. We just sort of come back a little bit here. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad there. I mean, we could do it with mouse. If I just grab my mouse and move this, we can obviously fine-tune it a lot more with mouse. We want to try and get it on the edge here and level it up if we can with the field. Plonk it around about there. Now it says, do you want to customize the fence for the sheep pasture? Well, obviously we do, yes. So we'll go yes on that one. And then we have to start drawing. So let's get the grid snapping back on with this. And let's just start working our way around the edge. So if we go around about there. And then we just literally have to go and draw around the edge. Now, again, you have to be a little bit careful with some of these because I don't know how sensitive it is on the edge of the field. We don't want to go over. And then when we get around to the edge, it will go, oh, you can't stitch that together. I have had that happen before when I tried to do the cow one. And because we didn't do the cow one on camera, I'm going to see if we can try and show you this one. So this is really all you do. If you've never done these before, you literally just go and draw around the edge of your field. There we go. Looks pretty good. Now, I don't know exactly how many It says it will hold 500, but there is a mod which gives you sort of custom. It makes him bigger, and this is one of the pastures that makes it bigger. So it is going to be custom, depending on how much you draw around is how big that the animals, like the amount of animals it can take, like we did with the cows. I'm just a bit worried about trying to go out the grounds. I don't know where my actual boundaries are. That's the only problem. If you follow the field, you should technically be okay. Oh, need to go up. There we go. Right about there, I think. And then, can we... Yes, we can join it back up. Do you want to plant meadow for sheep pasture? Now, the thing with the meadow is if you say yes, which is what I'm going to do, like that. Look at that. How beautiful does that look? That is awesome. So I just realised that I'm jumping quite high. How can I jump that high? Oh, I know why. Because I've gone and put this easy dev mod has finally come out for FS25, and I've gone and put that on, and I think it has got a jump scale on it. Is it? Yeah, there you go. Jump multiplier. You can drop that down a little bit. That'll be... Yeah, that's why. That's why I was jumping so high. Right, okay, so... It's pallets of milk. Now, we can go for open pastures for the goats because it comes out on pallets, and that's going to go here. How many can we get? Let's have a look and see. 575. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough goats, don't you? I really do think that's going to be enough. Now, if you plant the meadow in like I've done, they will eat the meadow as food. So if we go back on here, as far as I know, the meadow is actually 100%, so you don't really need to do anything with them. They just give you milk. Now, I'm guessing it's going to be the same. We need to go for the 8 months to be able to get the... Was it 16 months? I don't know. The 16 months ones, we could go for them. Ooh. 250 is 206,000. My word, that's a lot. Okay, what about if we go for the 3 months one then? 86,000 to 253 months. You know what? I suppose that, yeah, that could be good, because if it is, I don't know, it's just say 8 month they can reproduce, but does that also mean that's when the milk's going to be? I think we'll go for them, because we're not in a major rush. We're coming over to winter time where we will get through quite a few months because there's not much to do. So let's go for them. Buy them. There we go. Goats are in. Now, food goes in here. Like I said, water goes in there. But it does say in the mod description that this is automatic. But I don't know if you have to fill it up once, then it becomes automatic, or whether you just leave it, really. I'm not sure. Let's just go into the construction menu here and see if we can do a little bit of painting on here. What we're going to go for. I don't think it really matters what we go for on here. Let's just see. Maybe we could go for some dirt, or maybe just go for like gravel. Gravel small. Let's just see what that's going to do. Let's just something to go from the road. That's a bit big. Let's just try and go like along here. Don't want to go too close just yet. We want to try and like tidy this little area up here a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad. I must admit, FS25 gives you some really weird patterns on the floor. Let's just go a little bit wider. I'm not exactly sure how far our land goes, but to give us a bit of room to get in. And then we could just go and trim off this corner over here a little bit. There we go. Doesn't have to be too pretty. There you go. Something quite good so we can get in there. We'll be able to get a trailer in there. Yeah, that's good. Like that. Maybe we should have tried to take out this bush a little bit. We'll sort them out. Yeah, let's have a look in the menu and see what it shows us. So as you can see on here, meadow is 100% and grass is 100%. So the meadow was put down with the pasture when we made it. We don't need to do anything with that. Now the water says 0, but again, like I said, it did say it was going to be automatic. Do I have to put... What do you think? Do we put one lot in, or do we... I might go sleep once and see, because it might take... Because it's showing like nothing for meadow either. But the meadow's down, as we know, so maybe it needs to go like one night before all this will sort of take effect. I'm not sure. Might be a good idea, that. So, I think we've done everything. Yeah, I can't seem to find anything else that we need to do. We've got to wait for them to ferment. We've obviously got to put some fertilizer on here, but we can do that in the next, like when it starts to grow. Yeah, TMR maker, obviously you've still got 1,000,000 litres in there. The cows have got enough food in. The BJ's got all the manure and slurry. Yeah, I think this can't do anything with this now. We can't do anything with this until April, I think, next year. But I think we need to get a cultivator, because I think we need to cultivate that, because that machine in there won't direct plant. So we're going to have a look at that as well. We were thinking about putting wheat back in these two fields, because we've got the bakery, which is, you know, making wheat flour and is it whole grain flour and whole grain bread. So we could do that. We can either do that this month or next month. So yeah, I think for now, let's go to sleep. We could do that next month. So let's go to sleep and see. Well, what happens? Do I kill my goats straight away? Or is it going to automatically go through, give them the meadow and water? We'll find out in a second. So back in the next morning, and the good news is that the goats, we haven't killed them. Now you can see the meadow has gone up. So it's recognized the meadow, but the water still says 0. So yeah, I think we're going to need to go and get the tanker. Maybe it's not automatic then, even though it does say it is automatic in the like description. I don't know. So yeah, let's get the water tank then. We'll go fill this up. We'll go. We might already have some water in. I'm not sure actually. We'll go give it to the goats. No, it's empty. All right. Well, we'll go fill this up, and then I will see you over at the goats. We'll give them some water, and then yeah, fingers crossed. They've got food. That's the main thing. I just wasn't sure how the water, if it was going to work or not, and yeah, unfortunately it didn't. But at least we know now. So I put 60,000 litres in here. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what size kind of water it's got. Oh, it's not took much. So how long is that going to last them? So 15,000 of water. I'm hoping it should last a little while. So yeah, we're just going to need to let them guys chill out now. We need to sort the water out. We've got some slurry and manure that needs moving over. But really, I think that is pretty much everything we've done for now. And we'll come back next time and we'll see what to do with these fields. Oh, do you know what, actually? We need to go and have a look as well. And see, I think we should have some rice cakes. Let's go and take a quick look at them before we finish. Oh, these look different, don't they? Look at that. There are the rice cakes. That's awesome. So how many have we got in here then? Rice cakes. We've got a fair few. You know what? I think we need to, let's just quickly get the truck and get all these loaded on. And then we'll have a little look and see what it looks like. They all need to go into that storage, even though it's sort of, it's enclosed, but it's not fully enclosed. We need to find out as well when the best time is to sell rice cakes. Now, let's see if we can go around here. Can we get between these two here, go round? We'll need to cut through here. Yeah, there we go. Should be able to get round, just straighten it up a little bit. And we'll get these loaded on board. And see how many we get. Bread and rice cakes. Nice amount of money here. Load. Can we load on board? Can we not load on board? Come on, please. Give me the cakes. Give me the cakes. There we go. Now, is more going to spawn? Let's just speed up time a little bit and see if that helps. More should come out. I say they should. Oh, yeah, there's some more. Oh, yes. Nice amount of cakes there. Let's have a look in the actual production and see how much is left to go. So you can see on the rice cakes here that we've got the little exclamation mark there. So that's finished. There's nothing left in there. And it also looks like the flour. Now that is showing that it's sort of like it's dead. It's missing material. But we have got 42,000 litres of whole wheat flour in there. And it is obviously making the bread. So that is going pretty well. No more flour is coming in. But I don't want to deactivate it. So I'm not sure if it will still keep going for the bread. But yeah, the flour, we've still got plenty of flour. And it's still going to keep feeding the bread. There's the rest of the rice cakes. There's the bread. Oh my word. Yeah, this bakery, I mean, even the normal bakery, I mean, it's the same, exactly the same as the normal bakery. It just does rice cakes, which is the normal bakery, strangely, doesn't do rice cakes. I think that's it, really. We can't get any more on the back. That's mental. That is so many, like, trays or crates of bread. Okay, let's go and unload. Load them back on and then unload them again. Nice. What do we end up with then? So, let's have a look. Rice cakes. 17 rice cakes. And we've got 65 whole bread. Look at that. So the rice cakes are there. In with the tiles and cement. Kimchi. And look at all the whole bread. Now, in December, we've got a few months yet, so we should be able to get some more, because there's plenty of rice. If we're looking here, look. Yeah, there's plenty of rice, so, yeah, we should do pretty well. Got more wood. Oh, there's more spawned. Yeah, more spawned. My word. Okay. Well, I'm going to sort these out. I'll tidy these up off camera, because, like I said, we're getting through to winter now, so jobs are going to get a little bit short, so we should be able to push on. But I really do think this is the next thing we need to purchase, because we're going to have goat milk, and also we've got buffalo milk. It's already started. We've got 10,000 litres of that. We really need to get it into there and get that processing. I don't know how quick the dairies are. So we're not actually far away. Hang on, this is going to be a bit loud. Yeah, technically we have got the money to afford that now, but I'm not going to, because we've got a lot of stuff in here that needs to go. And we're going to wait for the best time for these, because we've got a £450,000 loan that I need to clear. And then, because I now bought the mower and that windrower, we technically are okay now for the grass. We don't need to save up for the big $500,000 for the big Chrome M. Yeah, this is going pretty good. So we'll clear the loan. And then that is going to be the next on the list. The goats have gone in. It's all starting to look good. But for now, though, we're going to leave this one here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. And I'll see you back here in the next one.